Yeah. Okay, so we can start. Uh, oh, you had a haircut. Okay. You are mute actually. You are mute, I guess.
Oh, yes, I had a haircut.
Okay. Uh, Great. Uh, uh, can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can see a screen.
Okay.
Uh,
Mm, so, Srinidhi, uh,
yeah, it's a very. I kind of like this data sheet because it looks very cool. So I put it there.
okay. So this is just like an example of what.
Yeah.
Uh, okay.
So yeah, I first was like confused about how many attorneys are there. So I
Uh-huh.
kind of went through all the types are there. That's the Wikipedia link.
Okay.
Okay. So because like I wanted to know what was the difference between each one of them.
Okay. So
Yeah. What did I?
did you write what's the difference between E mega, X mega, etc.?
Actually, the main difference I found was the memory size and the pinouts. Actually, I have mentioned them. Like if you go over them, they will tell you the memory size and the pins. On tiny, like just go on tiny AVR for a minute.
Okay. So I don't know if we can mention AVR now because the I mean at max, right? It's micro uh, something else.
I can't hear you properly.
Uh, it's audible.
Yeah, but you said I can't mention AVR because
So I was saying the microchip has occurred. Uh,
okay. No, no. Yes, microchips own at Mel, but this is kind of the older data sheet that I found.
Still, I mean, all we have is the same thing.
Yeah, because I don't think the package will change much because and the package that we are using right now, they are of the older revision because they belong to Atani, they belong to Atmel.
Just
So
mentioning,
I have
yeah, I need not to change. I was just mentioning,
okay, okay, sir.
but only the website has changed. That's the only difference. I mean, yeah, one of the things I was just mentioning.
Okay. These are the types of like I was confused like what is that QFN and
Different,
PDIP, SYC. So I like put the image
yeah.
because I don't know anything about like what are the type of packages.
So
Uh,
which one you have? You have the
no, no, it's the SOIC. Uh, System, sorry, small outline integrated circuit. It's not in the image, I think.
like yeah, right.
Yeah,
Have these
yeah, this one.
yeah, okay. I mean, we also have the same.
Okay.
So
This is data retention I found interesting because like like I was curious like what is the life of an IC. So they even calculated that. So the IC lasts for about I think 20 to 800 years, 100 years depending on temperature.
yeah. Also, there's something like how many times can you
What? How many?
like how many times
Hello.
Yeah.
I can't hear you properly. Your voice is cutting in between.
I mean, but Pratnya, can you hear me? No wonder. Pratnya, Suhas.
Yeah, yes.
Can you hear me properly? I mean, is the problem with me or this side? This side.
No, actually, your voice is breaking, Yadu.
Is it fine right now?
I can see your screen, but your voice is still breaking.
Voice is still breaking.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's try. I mean, I have nothing to do here. I mean, we have a better internet. Like we have 10 Mbps speed.
Okay. I don't know what's causing it. Anyways, this is I tried learning some embedded C last night. So this
Okay.
is I went through some previous pages of FabAcademy and some online, and
Uh-huh.
I tried to make a LED blink code in embedded C. Okay, I don't know if this works right now because I'm yet to test it. But when the boards come, I'll test it. Yeah.
This should. Uh, uh, yeah, this should.
Hello.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying this.
I still can't hear you properly.
This should work.
Okay, this should work. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a bit confused because the frequency is like 20 megahertz.
Huh.
So I was like, would that work with the delay also, right?
Yeah. I
Because
mean, we have and the frequency we are using because so 10 milliseconds.
okay,
It has to calculate how much clock cycle is 5,000 milliseconds.
okay,
So that's why we are mentioning what is a. I mean, so it will give a different delay.
okay.
So are you sure you are using the same chip we made?
Yeah.
So you should make sure that extend for sure. Like just soldering won't. I mean, it won't use external clock if we just solder the crystal. We have to
Okay. Mention it.
change the fuse bit. Then
Okay.
so so usually that Neil's makefile has the program the command to change the fuse bits.
Okay. So okay.
If,
I'll have to.
if you're making a new one, I mean, if you're making a new chip, we have to manually change the AVR dude. We have to calculate the fuse bits and we have to
Oh. Okay. Okay. I don't know this. I have to look into that a bit detailed.
yeah, I mean, or you can go to my page. I have bit explained how to change the fuse bits actually.
Okay.
From these, I mean, there are a lot of tables. From these tables, we have to choose some values. And taking considering a lot of factors, values like this.
Okay.
Then
Oh.
we have to use if you're using AVI2 directly, we have to use execute this command.
Okay.
So you can go through this later. I mean,
Yeah. No problem. Sure.
yeah, I have bit explained, not that much, but it's bit explained. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's it. So say, usually to check if the fuse is correctly burned, what we do usually is we'll try with a 1 second delay and we'll check if the LED is blinking with a 1 second delay. If it is
Oh,
less or more, we can guess. I mean, the fuse is different. I mean, the crystal frequency is different. So
okay.
we so anyway, for this week assignment, it's like we have to try different languages.
Yeah.
So C is one language, so you have to try with the assembly of.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm trying with assembly, but it's quite hard. Okay. And
it's
it
quite hard,
requires.
yeah, it is quite
Uh,
hard. But if you go through the C
yeah.
first, you can just understand what are the registers. We can just realize there are some registers, DDR,
Yeah. DDR3 and
data
DDR3.
registers, yeah, port registers. Just a blink. We can skip the blink code because to mention the exact delay, we have to calculate some equivalent clock cycle, and we have to skip that clock cycle. I mean, usually that's how we put some delay in assembly. Like
Okay. Is there
just
some example on your website or something?
yeah, I have some example. Because I have mentioned a few, I mean, few tutorials
Okay.
and etc. So this is something just to turn on an LED. Just turning on an LED is quite similar. Like we
Okay.
can run the media register and we can SP means set bit. It can direct. I mean, you can go through it. I mentioned some examples.
Yeah. Okay.
So you need, I don't know about Windows. In Linux, I used GMRSM.
Okay.
Uh, this is what I used to compare. And there are some other tutorials,
Like I saw this instruction set for AVR, but it is quite lengthy because I think it is mentioned in the, yeah. If you go to the end, it's mentioned.
it's
The
taking
last point,
it's taking time to load. Yeah.
but the last thing is the instruction set, and it's quite boring actually to read everything.
It may, I mean, it's a bit. We can do it only once we get the logic.
Yeah.
It's a bit hard, and yeah, it's not that easy. But we can try with a much simpler code, like much simpler examples, like just LED. Link is not that easy actually.
Okay.
Uh, just turning on LED or button press. I mean, we can try that. I
Okay.
have tried. Go through. You can go through this.
Yeah.
So that's it. First page. Anyway, you have to try that. Try that, and also group project is something. Try a new architecture, like you can some other architectures, like maybe pick, or if you have some ARM architecture, you can try that. Or
So
I
we
mean,
have Raspberry Pi. I will try that.
Raspberry Pi, yeah, you can try that. So that's it. And thing is, compare. You can also try Arduino. Arduino is not. Arduino is with some libraries and some other function which is much simpler. Arduino is
Yeah, but
actually
I think in the lecture they mentioned that if you use Arduino, the digital write and every function it takes a lot of CPU cycles. Okay.
yes, yes. I
So
mean,
I
yeah,
want to avoid that.
yeah. I was saying that it's like you have to try Arduino and you have to conclude something. I mean, you
Okay.
can reach a conclusion. Like you can compare Arduino with C and all. So I have some examples. I can explain if everyone is present. Like let me ask. Maybe I will explain later. Like if everyone is present, I can explain some example how would Arduino skip some clock cycle, the clock cycles Arduino use compared to C and assembly, etc.
Okay.
Uh, okay, okay. So you can just try it and you can mention what you feel.
Okay.
So, I mean, in the Flash program size, where you find some interest. Like if you write an Arduino code, Arduino write
Okay.
in Arduino, write the same thing in C and compare the
Yeah.
size. Yeah, you'll realize.
Okay.
Uh, okay. Try different, yeah, like yeah.
Okay.
So, is there anything you have any interesting experience to share? Like,
Not yet actually. Like
okay,
my bits are not there, so I don't have much experience with the programming and everything.
okay.
Yeah, but it will be solved, I think, hopefully.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. One more thing you have
Yeah.
to, if you're using, I mean, you have to explain something from the datasheet. The assignment is read some datasheet and program something. That means if you
Written
like,
before data retention, I written like if you see the block diagram, you can see that AVR has direct connection with the registers, right?
okay, yeah.
So I have mentioned a line which says that so it will be but faster than other registers, like other microprocessors.
Okay, I mean, for example, let's say what Neil intent is if you
Okay.
get some if you get a microcontroller which is unknown to you, if you
Okay.
get the data sheet, you should be able to fetch some data from the data sheet and you have to program it. So that's
Okay.
what skill we should acquire.
Okay.
For example, if this is the code, you can go through the DDR registers and port registers, and you can uh, take some screenshot of the data sheet and you can where is it anyway, you can take a screenshot of the port registers and you can put it on the website.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Mm. Okay, anyway, nice. Go, go on with the stuff works. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So uh, yeah, who's next from VA?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I mean, but I didn't get it. Is it Chaitanya?
Okay. Is it Arifin going or shall I start with
Oh,
it?
no. Suddenly is you can carry. Okay.
All right. Okay. No, is my website visible on your screens? Or shall I?
Let me check. This is Chaitanya, right?
Yeah, it's me. Hello.
Yeah, I'm checking. I can see, but all the images are broken. I cannot see any images.
Okay. There must be a bug at my end. All right. I'll better share the screen because all the images are quite visible over here, but I guess there is some bug at the on when I have uploaded.
Uh,
Shall I share the screen?
yeah, you can share. You can share.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Is my screen visible?
1 second. I found the problem. I mean, you might be using Windows, right?
Yep. I'm using Windows.
The problem is Windows is not. I mean, it's all about the case sensitive. So the
Okay.
image something dot jpg in the capital, so
Yeah.
jpg in the small. So windows will is equal for Windows, but in
Okay. It makes a difference basically.
yeah. So if you're opening Windows, it will show, but for Linux
Okay.
you have to check the case.
All right. Okay. I'll work through that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, fine. So shall I start with?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Okay, for this week, initially we had to program this thing. So what languages I tried was I tried it through Arduino,
Mm,
and then right now I didn't load the C program in my board,
mm,
but I have it modified. I tried to modify the Niels program, this one,
mm.
changing the pin numbers and assigning their basic functionalities.
This is Neil's code, right? I mean Neil's code,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah, this is Neil's code. I didn't actually go into writing the code from the scratch because I am unaware of how the C works. So what I'm doing is trying to analyze what is written over here and then modify according to what is needed.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what you
And
while you tried in order, was it something LED and button?
yeah, Arduino was quite simple
Yes. I mean, yeah. I was
program where
asking
the LED
what.
blinks.
Yeah. So you tried LED blinks in Ordino.
Yeah, I have mentioned it in the yeah, down over here. Okay, where is it? Okay, this code right over here. Is
Okay.
my screen visible?
Yeah, yeah, I can see.
Okay, fine. So this was the basic button. It was an example actually. Again, I copied it from there and I tried to modify according to what was needed.
Okay.
I tried this. I have only uploaded about the button because the program for the blink quite goes similar. So I can I uploaded the documentations only for the button program.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah, I can hear.
Okay, that this was something I have explained like how it goes, how do you configure the board, and how did I learn to configure the board.
Hmm.
That was the case that I explained, and first I am going to try. Like I have the code written, I have edited these pin numbers. Where do you go?
Okay, so this code is just for serial communication, to communicate
Okay,
between two.
okay.
So you have to try is, I mean, you can try this also, but you can
Uh, Hello.
some LED and button. You should at least that.
But this good for the MCU, right?
Okay.
It's good for MCU.
Uh, so
MCU
the
communication,
code need
like
that's for serial
on and
communication.
then you
It's a manual
write
serial
this.
communication to communicate between two processes. Uh,
Okay.
you can
Hello. Sir, I'm having a clip at your end.
You
Hello.
trying assembly?
uh, someone else is talking, I guess.
Arifin,
Can the other
I
please,
guess you're on.
Yes, I'm installing administrative.
others please mute.
Yes.
I guess Arifin is on.
Uh, yeah, he's mute. So I
Okay.
was saying, you can try, you can modify and use Nate's code, but
Okay.
you should have to realize, understand what is happening. Like you can go through the Nate's code, you have to understand what's happening.
Right. Basically.
Yeah, so this is a complicated code. Right.
Okay.
So I think you can go some other return C, which is in the internet. I mean, lot of programs available. That
Yeah,
is
yeah, sure.
that's much better than the. So you can go through that that codes also. Uh,
Okay. So basically, hello.
yeah, yeah, I can hear.
Basically, this code is quite complicated to go through, right?
It is. I mean, this code has a lot of macros defined at the beginning, like for the
Yeah.
purpose.
That is quite seen. So,
I
like all of these we don't use, we would be using at one, but not, I guess, at the initial stage.
yes, I can show. I mean, I can show few of us of uh, my code maybe.
Okay.
Uh,
Shall I stop the sharing?
yeah, you can. Yeah, can.
Okay, wait. I'll stop my sharing.
You will stop it. So you can keep the. You can keep it there. I will instead. I will share. I will also share.
Okay.
Can you see this? Can you see me?
Uh, Yeah, I am able to see a screen.
This is a simple program uh,
Okay.
for the blinking. I mean, LED blinking. LED blinking. So this is much
Okay.
simpler. Like I have mentioned, what are these? Uh,
This is basically two macros and one macro is defined, right?
This no macros defined actually. I didn't you only this hash defined FCPU is something we have to for all the programs, like we have
Yeah,
to
right.
frequency we are using, otherwise it cannot understand what's frequency and it cannot calculate the delays.
Right, true.
So this is something we have to do first. Uh,
Okay.
uh, the thing is that we have to define this FCPU. Uh, we include util delay. This is
Yeah, for how much seconds it
It
should
should
be
be
on and for
before,
off.
it should be before include util delay.
Right.
Yeah. Uh, I
All
can.
right. I'll go through that one.
Yeah. So I have also some codes for. This is for the LED and button. So once you done it, you
Okay.
you can go. It's a bit simpler. You can understand easily, and you can change the pins, and you can try something. So only problem will
All
with this. What is this? Uh, Either I should explain or you, you have experience with these commands.
No, none of it. I have never worked with any language, so I'm trying to understand
It's actually
whatever it is.
Boolean operations like uh, to know if the button is pressed, to know a
Okay.
particular pin in a port register is 0 or 1. This is something for the
Okay.
Boolean operation to understand if something is pressed or something is not pressed. Or I can put in the telegram what
So
this.
is
Or
it something like a condition or
yeah, this
something?
is a condition actually. I mean,
Okay.
you know the Boolean operations like and or etc.
Yeah.
So this one left shift three is something putting one uh, 3 bits from the right. So I will explain later. Like maybe I will put in the
Yeah, because
you can go to, also you can search in this explained in many, like if you search for the same, it is explained many
okay.
ways in the internet. I mean in too many blogs.
All right.
You can go through, this is much simpler than Nails code. Nails code is something for something else. If you go
Okay.
through it, you will get confused probably. I mean there are a lot of macros and the CD.
Yeah.
You can go through this. I have explained few codes. Yeah. So so yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll go through the codes what you say about the simpler ones. And rest, what I've documented is about data sheet. That is the only thing that I tried to scroll through it. So basically, like I went through what is understanding what is data sheet and why do we use it for,
Okay.
up to then what are the important power parameters and at what temperature your IC would be working and the necessary things. Actually, what I quite found out is I guess these things are needed at a higher grade, right? Not at the, or might be at the basic. Do we, hello?
Yeah, I can hear.
So I had a question actually. These operating voltages and temperature ranges, do we need it actually at the basic level, or it is something which is have to be considered when you develop some complicated circuits?
Uh, the voltage is to be considered all the time, like voltage
Yeah.
levels.
Okay, that is okay. All
Uh,
right.
yeah, I mean we are using the 5 volt logic, right?
Yep.
Some has 3.3 or so. So what we have is 5, right? So this is to be
Okay.
considered all the time. I mean, the threshold, like there should be some voltage before, above and before. I mean, above that it will be considered as 1, and below that it will be considered 0. So that is important.
Okay, okay.
So there is some, it will be mentioned somewhere like some voltage like 2.7 or something. Above
Okay.
that one. So the voltage level is important everywhere all the time.
Um, okay, okay, okay. All right. Okay, then I went into pin configuration, what goes where.
Okay.
That is basically something we need for programming the board.
Mhm.
So, yep, and then description about each pin. I didn't actually understand much of the technical terms, but whatever I figured out is I tried to write it down that how these pins work and basically how these pins differ from each other.
Okay.
I have no idea. That might be wrong somewhere, but this was something that I understood.
Mhm.
I figured out basically. And then I went into the architectural about how the board is supposed to work
Mhm.
and about what memories and how does it like how many cycles is it supposed to be working with.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that was it. Then this the further I have mentioned about programming and configuring Arduino.
Mm.
Again, I guess some images are not. There are some images over here I haven't uploaded because they were yet to be clicked. Those are live photographs, and I had forgot to click it before documentation.
Okay.
So that I'll get it done today itself. And the next thing that I wanted to try is the C code, and yeah, that was something I wanted to try.
Okay.
And this was the bug that I had faced. It was basically without knowing much, what I had did was try to modify the code according to Arduino,
Mm.
naming the pins as 6 and 10. So for which the code had genuinely it won't work. So yeah, basically. So after like going to the data sheet once again, what we found was it like I tried to name it that way and it worked. So that was the only bug that I had found. And for the result, I guess I had a video. Can I shall I play that one?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. I guess I had a video about it. Damn, it's slow. Okay. Okay. This was the blink basically.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So I clicked a video. I didn't actually upload this because actually it's not yet clear what is to be shown. So I'll make it a bit better snaps and then I'll upload it to the documentation so it could be clearly visible.
Okay. Okay.
Yep, and this is something programming with C what I want to try.
Okay. So you can also mention about, I mean, not about you, I mean, it's a general for all. So we
Yeah.
have to, how do, like the GCC libraries, etc. So there are some commands like for GCC AVR something, AVR did a lot of commands.
Okay.
We use a makefile commands in, so that we can just executing makefile will do all the commands. So
Okay.
mm, if you're using the here directly, there are 3 steps to get the hex file. So it's be difficult to steps one by one. We will put some, we put all the commands inside a make file, and we will put some
Okay.
we'll define some macros so that we just executing do all the commands. Also, flash and program commands using the AVI do cannot be written.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Are those the commands that we had to upload the test program from?
Sorry.
We had like in
Find some commands once you open the make file, needs make file. If you check inside make file, there are 3 commands.
yeah.
Uh, so at the beginning, there's a command that's for the compiling, and all the commands written down to that is just to flash or the flash the program IC.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
all the commands starting with AV and QD is just flash the IC. So
Okay.
recommend, I recommend all of you your own makefile. Otherwise, in Neil's makefile, a lot of commands are there. I mean, there are commands to fuse the IC or something. I mean, I have found they used to fuse the IC all the time. Fuse
Okay.
bits set only once. It's the same thing. So you need not to fuse the IC. I mean, if you set the fuse bits all the once you set the fuse bits, flash program the flash memory only. So
All right.
usually mistake. So go through the makefile and understand what's happening inside the makefile. So you can also mention that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, fine. I'll walk through that. And the group assignment is left to check about the architecture for different boards. So that we would be making it today or sometime earlier.
Okay. Yeah. Mm, what next is yeah. So yeah. Players complete C codes and all.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah. Everything fine.
Okay. Actually, I had a doubt to ask. Can I?
Yeah. Ask.
Okay. Can this the similar board be programmed through Python by any chance?
Python. I mean, the thing is that mm, the chip can only understand the hex file, the hex code.
Okay.
So the team who will make some programs in supporting languages. So assembly and C are language for the area chips. So
Okay.
you can write some commands to convert a Python command to assembly or to C or to hex. We can use the command. You use the Python language.
Okay. So basically, we have to make up entire code in
Like
Python and
right now it is
hex.
called. So
Hello.
if someone has to compile the Python, we can use Python, but I think Python is not available for the AVS chips yet. I guess I'm not sure, but anyway,
Okay. Okay.
but there's less chance because Python Arduino codes are all like it's very simple, so no one is going to
Yeah.
make another. I mean, another compiler to compile the Python code. So since Arduino is already much simpler, I don't think the Python code will be available. I'm not sure. I didn't actually. I used to use C directly. Uh,
Okay.
check it.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So do you know Python?
Know how the syntax of Python works. I mean, I don't know of it, but I had tried to scroll through Python. So I thought I could like find some code and try to manipulate it again. I also cannot write that code from the scratch. So just for that sake, I had the doubt if we are able to run through it.
There are some plugins, I guess. I'm not sure. I will go through it, and if I found something, I will put you on the Telegram. I think something is available. Uh,
All right.
there is some micro Python for some microcontrollers, but for AVR, I don't think there is one. Anyway, if I find something, I will tell you.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
All right. Thank you.
yeah. Who who is next from?
Hello.
Yeah.
It's Arifin.
Uh,
Hello. Can you
yeah,
hear
yeah, I
me?
can. Yeah,
How are you?
yeah, I can hear. I can hear.
Okay. Okay. Good morning.
Yeah, morning. So did you is your page update?
Yeah.
Uh, Hmm, I will share the screen. I'll share screen.
Okay.
This is the page, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Edit any before. So which all languages did you try?
First, I trying to programming on MCU by the Neil code, and then I try to C programming for LED blinking and also button. Uh,
Do you already have an background of AVR and all? I mean,
sorry.
electronics. Do you have a background of electronics?
No, no, no. Actually, I am the agriculturist. Okay. So
Are you are you,
I'm trying.
are you using for the first time?
Sorry. Yeah, yeah. It's
Are
first
you
time.
using? Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's first time. But I was just uh, trying to learning Arduino last year, but C programming I have no any idea. But last this week I tried to learning some structure actually how is writing the C programming,
Mhm.
and then
Okay. Did you Did you burn this? Did you burn this code?
yeah, no, 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 actually I'm just downloading from the site and then check with my board which pin actually for LED and then button.
I mean,
Just
sir,
I
I think you have flashed the code right to the
yeah, yeah,
microcontroller.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I was asking that. So this is the video.
yep.
This the delay is very less.
Yep.
Bringing so fast.
Hmm. I have a question about the button and LED blink. Okay, the for this programming.
Uh,
Here, I forget to mention. I face some problem here.
mhm.
Uh, the code is actually I try to figure out actually what's happening here. It's blinking so fast, and when I press the button, but it's not working here. So that's just I upload the only for video, just only for asking you question. It's actually what happened. Is there any
Let me check.
uh,
Anyway, did you connect the button? Uh, did you connect the button to ground or to VCC? Is it active low mode or high mode?
button actually is the I think low mode.
Connected to ground, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, so this code means, yeah, this is while button is not pressed. So all the time the LED blinks with the same delay, whether you press or not.
No, I think I mentioned the blinking first 10 and then slow is 50. I think it's 500 milli and then 100 millisecond for blinking.
One thing is, I think we cannot understand the difference between 10 and 50.
Okay,
Can you try 100 and 500? So this is in milliseconds.
okay.
So 10 milliseconds and 50 milliseconds, we cannot distinguish, I guess. Can you
Uh,
try with 100 milliseconds, or can you try with
yeah,
500 and 1000? Like half a
Okay.
second and 1 second.
Okay. So that's mean I think the button is working, but for the time interval is so much low, right?
Yeah,
That's why it's not
it's a bit
actually.
difficult. It's bit. I mean, the code is fine actually.
Okay. Okay.
The code is fine, I guess. Yeah, code is fine, but it's bit difficult to distinguish between 10 milliseconds and 50 milliseconds. Try with half a second. I mean, 500 and 1000. Half a second,
Okay.
and
Okay. Sure.
you can feel it
Yeah.
easily. So,
I will do that.
also, you also tried with Arduino.
Yeah.
Okay, try the assembly also, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
need
I yeah. I will do 2 days. Just I just
I mean,
last
it's
night
a bit
I
difficult. Yeah, it's a bit difficult
searched.
for everyone to know assembly, but you can go with a very simple assembly
Mhm.
program, like
Okay. Sure.
just blinking or just lighting the LED or something. Uh,
Uh,
yeah, tell me.
okay. So my question is actually I want to program program on this chip by assembly using our FML Studios.
What? Sorry, I didn't get. If you
At,
want to use,
assembly.
if you want
I
to use
want
assembly,
yeah.
you,
I want to use FML Studio, the software,
Admin
the icon.
Studio, are you using Windows or Linux? If you're using Linux,
Yeah.
Admin Studio
I
you can use. Are you using Admin Studio? You can use assembly. I mean, there
okay.
are some tutorials. If you're in the Linux, you can try
Yeah.
um, GAVRASM.
Okay.
GAV.
No, I'm using Windows.
Okay, then you can use Admin Studio. There are some tutorial. You can go through it. Try with.
Okay. Sure. And another question is the last times you asked the Chaitanya about the Python.
Uh-huh.
So 2 days before I searching for Python code.
Uh,
So I can't find any Python code for blinking LED or button LED
you
directly
can or
to
you
the
cannot.
yeah. So I find one code this Python for the just I press the button and then is program on directly to my PC to open any software. Okay.
That is something different actually.
Okay. Okay.
I got it. I mean, that is something different. You are running a Python code in your PC,
Okay.
and we use some other program to we use some other language to program a microcontroller. So when you press the microcontroller, it will send some signal to the
Okay.
PC.
Yeah.
So the Python code, the Python syntax will detect that signal from the microcontroller,
Yeah.
and the Python syntax or the Python code will execute something. I mean, it will open some software, so it will do something in the PC.
Yep.
So that is the. I mean, we have an assignment.
Hmm.
We have some week dedicated for that, like
Oh. Okay.
hacking some microcontroller or some board with with some applications.
Yeah.
So we have a dedicated week for that.
Yep.
So what I was saying about Python is there is no Python command to
Hmm.
directly program
Hmm.
the AVR chips. I mean,
Yeah.
up to my knowledge, I didn't find anything.
Yeah. Now, I also searched last time, but I can find. But basically, the for most of the code are for Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, Raspberry Pi. Usually,
Yeah.
most people use Python. Yeah, it's there for Raspberry Pi.
Yep. So I will try assembly today, and then what happens? See, actually, I
Okay.
have actually I have no idea about assembly, but I'm trying to learning
Yeah.
as my language Bengali, and then try.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. No issue. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Anything else?
Nothing. Fine.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.
Who is next? Kamlesh, I guess, right? Or Rituj? Who is coming next?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, Rituj, right? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so this week I wasn't able to complete the documentation because I was figuring out how to program it using Arduino.
Uh,
And
uh-huh.
okay, let me just share my screen one second. Then I've opened up a couple of resources, but I can't. Mm, one sec. So can you see this? Hello?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can,
do?
I can, I can.
Yeah, so first I started with the ISP code because I didn't program my Fab ISP.
Okay.
Okay, so I read through this tutorial and I joined everything, but there's an error called RC1 which comes up. And,
RC1, usually the connection between the program and the controller is fine, not fine.
okay,
That's
program. Yeah, so afterwards I checked that
mm,
using multimeter, the continuity meter.
mm,
So I left that. But when I moved, so that this is using the USB ASP programmer. Okay,
okay.
that was the error on RC1. And when I used the Arduino,
Mm,
there was an error where you had to involve basically uh, like the thing that I've highlighted. You need to replace it with your port number.
yeah.
So how exactly is the port number should be written? Is it port 4? So in my case, it was port 4. Okay. So the port
Oh, are
4
you
needs to
using
be.
Windows?
Yes, yes.
The thing is that I'm not sure about. We have to check what is exactly the name of the port. Like, uh,
In device manager.
uh, I'm not sure actually. The thing is, I don't use Windows. So I never tried Windows.
Okay.
So if it is something, if it is not mentioned, usually it will detect automatically.
Okay.
If the enter minus P to the port, if you skip that,
Yes.
automatically detect program the
Okay.
program is connected. So try with the P slash dev then the thing. If
Okay.
you port, if you know the correct name, you can mention that.
Okay. So what I tried was I replaced this with port P, port 4. Okay. And still there's an error coming up.
It won't be port for it. It will be something like com something, right? In
Com
Windows.
4 or something. Yes.
Yeah, it should be something like, I'm not sure. Usually in the Linux it will be like slash dev slash TTY something or something else.
Okay.
So it's
I'll
easy
check
to
that.
find the Linux. I mean, if you comment ls space slash dev, it will list all the connected device in the day
Okay.
slash dev. So it's
Okay.
easy. I never tried with Windows like this.
Okay.
You
Uh,
you can try this. You can skip all the minus p slash port. You can skip all the port and try whether it detects automatically.
okay. Do you have anything? Do you have any resources that I could check out? Maybe other than the ones that I've opened. These are all Fab Lab and
You
programming
are using
resources.
USB ASP, right?
Yes.
Yes.
USB, ASP, and Arduino. Either or.
If you have USB ASP, there was a program, software for Extreme Burner for Windows.
Extreme.
Extreme Burner. It was
Okay.
from the guy Extreme Electronics. Uh,
Okay.
Extreme
I'll check
Burner.
that. I'll
Yeah.
check that out.
You can check that.
I also want to ask you something that in where I checked my entire ISP board and there was a short between reset and SCK.
Reset and
Okay.
reset. Okay.
No, reset and ground is and in the other boards
Ah,
I checked there shouldn't be this connection, right?
I mean, if
So
the reset and ground is short, the chip won't work. I mean, it will be always in the reset mode. Reset mode means reset is active low. So once
yes,
the ground signal is
yes,
connected to reset, it will be something like the idle case.
yes. So is it okay for a chip that's not programmed or there's some error in the board itself? Because I checked and there's no shorts or anything. I mean the tracks aren't connected.
The RC minus one.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Are you talking about RC minus one error?
Yes, that and the actual hardware itself. I checked the hardware itself. That I mean, the programmer code on the ISP reset and ground are shorted. I mean, and I checked the entire tracks and everything. There's nothing shorted there. So is it because the chip hasn't been programmed, or there's some other reason?
You mean the reset and the chip reset and the ground is shorted internally inside the chip?
Yes. Is it the reason?
Might be some maybe. Okay, there is chance.
Yeah, because externally I can't seem to find any short, but internally I think there might be you know, it might have been pulled down or something.
Uh, you didn't give any power, right? You didn't power up the chip, right?
I did power up the chip.
I know. While checking, when you check, it was not powered up, right?
No.
The best way is compare with some other chip.
Yes, and those, I mean, the people who have programmed their boards or have other things haven't basically aren't shorted. So that's what I'm trying to figure out.
But usually it happens only the connection between VCC and ground is reversed or something. Usually chips get burned only in that case.
Okay.
We get very rare things that we get damaged piece. Chance is very less for a damaged piece. So
Okay.
you can, but still there is chance. There's chance that the IC is shorter internally. But check once more the external diagram.
Yes. Okay. And I also want to ask you in the make file, they've written that you need to in make file
Wait, the
the
thing is, if you're using Windows, you can use Admin Studio directly.
yeah.
It will compare and give the hex code directly.
Okay. So I have Atmel Studio. So I just need to open up the project, right?
Yeah,
Inside.
you have to open up and you have to just compile. It will compile.
Okay.
You don't need to use the make file if you're using Admin Studio.
Okay. Okay. Because I have installed the Atmel Studio, and I was just wondering how I could. And see, okay, now coming to the Hello World board,
Uh,
uh, it has been checked, but I couldn't load the program on it. So the electrically it's okay, like there's power and there's everything,
hmm.
but I wasn't able to code it. So I'll do it today. And I also wanted to use Arduino for it. So is it the same process, or can I push from the Arduino IDE itself to the board?
The thing you might get some result. It seems to be same, but it is different actually.
Yeah.
Using
So
yeah.
yeah. So using Arduino, I forgot to mention that there is some error called invalid device signature.
That comes because we choose a different IC and we use a different board. Like we use
Okay.
a board and we choose a different board in the IDE.
Okay.
Every chip has a signature, so it will
Yes.
verify if the chip is correct. So
Yes.
invalid signature means you might have select some IC in the Arduino IDE and you are using some other chips practically. So that's it.
Okay.
That's it. I mean, I have to try both. Try
Yeah.
both D and assembly.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. I'll try that.
yeah.
Okay.
But what
All
will
right.
you document? So the thing is, you can document what you have. It's
Yeah.
not like
Okay.
you have to document it only after that. You can document what you have, the errors you found. You can document that.
Okay. I'll start on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Kamalesh.
Hello, hello.
Yes. Can you hear?
Hello.
Yeah. Can you hear?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hi, good morning, sir.
Uh, You didn't update the page.
Sorry, sir.
You didn't update the web page, right?
Yeah.
So are you sharing screen or what?
Okay.
Are you sharing screen?
Uh, no, sir. Because I'm called to phone, so
You are?
uh, in phone, in mobile phone.
Okay, phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Kamlesh, go with I think in DIC. You are in DIC now.
Yeah, sir. But here is not working internet, sir.
Okay.
So that's why I use for my phone.
One second, one second. Yeah, I can go through. I will share the screen. Wait.
Okay, sir. Yes.
Uh, mm, mhm. So you tried.
Yes, sir. I tried
You
in
tried
Arduino
area
and
C.
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 And this is for the first time I using and this programming and learning basic things. So
Okay.
first I will read this data sheet and this and what is the at any 44 and the diagram and the pin connection, all the things,
Okay.
and pin configuration.
Okay.
And then next step to start and programming. So my help is other guys. So
Okay. The thing is that this make file is by Neil. So
yeah, sir.
this make file contains lot of commands which is to be used with many type of programmer. So
Yeah.
you use all these commands actually. You'll be using few of the commands. I mean, still
Yes.
make file. I mean, while you explain about the make file, if you're trying to explain about make file, need not to mention
Okay.
all the codes. So we need some few codes at the starting, and we need the code corresponding to our programmer. So we
Okay.
using either use USB Tiny or USB SB, right? So we can remove all of the commands with other other
Okay.
programs.
Okay. Hmm.
We can try USB, AVR, ISP2. I mean, lot of
Yes.
commands we can.
Here. Okay.
And
Sir, here is at any 44 hello code is below for his file, make files, and is this link.
so the Tiny 44.
Yeah, and this below is make file HTML, and this is
Okay, you got the result.
all the make
Okay,
files and
so you
chooses
got the result,
and
right?
program. Yeah.
So
Uh,
this
Sorry,
uh,
sir, your voice is not.
uh, is something called serial communication, right? So you might not be using the CV. You are using LED thing, right?
Yes,
LED
yes.
blink. So did you use this for something with serial communication? Uh, uh, I think you chose a wrong file, I guess. Like this was some needs Python code to monitor if something is sent serially from the chip. You need not use this program, this Python script. This is
Okay.
for serial. This is for serial. communication. If you are trying some
See, yeah,
serial,
yeah, yeah.
um, no, I mean this uh, this Python file is for monitoring the serial communication. So here we are not, you are not using any serial communication. You are using just using the LED blink and buttons. So you
Yeah.
need not use this code.
Okay.
I mean, anyway, you have to explain a bit more about instead of just putting the code directly. You have to mention what you understand, what you realize from the data sheet and all.
Uh, okay.
Like uh, one thing, if you want to type some codes in the HTML, you can use some syntax like code. I mean, it basically yes, you're right.
Sorry. So your voice not coming. I don't understand.
Uh, okay, I will message you.
Okay. Okay. Hmm.
Yadu,
Yeah.
so PA students not gone through, I mean, went through this week. They are not means
Like,
not arrange any lecture or anything. Okay, so they don't
yeah,
know about overall programming, but they tried their own. Okay.
yeah, I understand. I mean,
So
they might have chosen some. I mean, this Python is just for serial communication. They don't need to use this.
right. So they tried their own means from
Okay.
our side we never had any lecture or anything. Okay, for this week.
Okay.
So
The thing is that will all the students comes to VA all the day? I mean, all weeks, or anyone is attending remotely, or everyone come to VA?
I want to arrange one lecture because I just message you. Just can you take 1 hour lecture on this programming? Means only C and assembly. Okay, and how to upload that.
Okay, like I'll find some time and I was asking,
Yeah. So
if all students are coming to VA or are they attending remotely? The students,
yeah.
I mean, are they coming to Vikanasam all the day, or anyone is to?
Some are outside, some are outside, but they will arrange. They will attend that on Hangouts. They will join for you for
I
that
was
time.
saying,
Hello.
I was
Hello.
here.
I'm not hearing you.
Can you hear? Can you hear?
Okay, we will discuss
Okay.
on Telegram
Yeah,
afterwards. Okay.
fine, fine.
Yeah.
So anyone else from Vikanasam? So was anyone else from Vikanasam?
No, no one is. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Next is Kochi. Kochi.
Hello. Yadu, can you hear me? I'm Suhail from Kochi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
okay.
you're sitting near and okay.
Hello.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can hear.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I almost complete my week 9. The documentation.
Mhm.
Okay, I will share my screen. Oh,
Is a page up to date? Like, did you push?
yeah. I'm almost push. I almost completed and I pushed my website.
Okay, I will check. I will share the screen. Wait,
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so you have tried both C and
Yeah, the image have a problem. I'm sorry. I when I edit in Photoshop, I doesn't get the same image. I have the same image. Okay. The oscilloscope screenshots are the same because
I
I
understood.
wrongly placed the same
I
ones.
understood.
The AVR's one is different. That's two are the Ordinos.
Understood. Yeah. So you can also try assembly like
Yeah.
yeah. And Ordino is almost Ordino is like they have an extra layer on top of extra
Yeah, it's clearly see on the results between the Odin and Devils.
yeah. I guess saying Ordinary is using the same C itself. They have some libraries, they have some functions, and they have some
Yeah,
macros on top of C.
yeah,
So you compare GCC area for the same.
yeah. Okay.
Uh, you can also try the assembly. Uh,
Yeah.
mm, clock speed. Uh, this is for which code actually?
With a blink code.
Blink code with no delay, right?
Yeah, no delay.
Uh,
I using a Centite. I tried the other architectures like X Mega board. The X Mega board have some not a issue, but I spent a lot of time on X Mega board, and I couldn't program it. But this Centite's board, the STM32 nuclear board, I am programmed it using a Kale IDE, but I doesn't get time to document it. I will document it soon.
okay. The embed is
Yeah,
like
there is embedded support,
embed support. Usually embed is
but most of the guys using Kale because Kale is much simpler than I think the embed.
yes. The embed mode it use yeah both support. Yeah, embed is something like hard, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they have a I think it's cloud
They're
based or
using
something like
something
that.
on top of the. I mean, it is almost something similar to C and Arduino. I mean, they will
Yeah.
a native code. Right. I could try the assembly also. Uh,
Yeah, I tried the Xmega, but the Xmega have it's doesn't have the doesn't we can't we doesn't program through the USB because the USB controlling is there in the Xmega, but it doesn't have the code. So I mailed it to at microchip. To doesn't get much documentation because the documentation are pages are showing 404, and I mailed it to microchip and they replied me to their they are updating their websites, and the xmega microcontroller doesn't have a program. I just inbuilt a programmer through we can't program through USB because the USB control is there, but we need to program the USB
uh,
controller
I,
through.
I got it. I got it. Understand? Yeah. I can try the assembly also and one second. Where's your code? And change this. This change this. I mean
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah. I will change it.
I can show you the same thing. I mean I have tried like not I mean this tool. Uh, this is something I've tried I guess. If you use the normal Arduino uh,
Yeah,
digital write and digital write high and low without
yeah,
any delay, it's gonna give some delay of 2.64 microseconds.
yeah. Okay,
Like it is in the microseconds.
okay.
So if you just change, I mean, if we call the port and I mean the port is just directly in the Arduino itself. We don't
Yeah,
need
okay.
it will get some delay of 50 nanoseconds for the positive bit and 250 nanoseconds for I mean for the negative bit. So
Yeah,
that means a nanosecond from nanoseconds to micros. I mean from microseconds to
15
nanoseconds.
nanosecond. Yeah.
Still, if you use the entire thing in C,
Okay.
it will get a result like 50 nanoseconds and 150 nanoseconds
Yeah.
almost. So
Okay.
like the ordinary. So the clock cycles it changes from nanoseconds to microseconds if you use Arduino. So
Arduino. Yeah.
Arduino. So Arduino is just for the prototyping
Yeah.
purpose. If we want something to get done quickly, we can use Arduino. But if we are using like a product-based thing, it is not appreciated.
Yeah.
Uh, yes. So you can. So next is yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Change the error and upload what you have tried.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else?
Anything else? I didn't find anything. I don't find anything now.
Okay.
You can also tell. I mean,
Hello.
the mention about comparing to. I mean, once you
Yeah. Okay.
try, once you give the course in Admin Studio,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I got it. Okay. Yeah. The building solution, right?
yes, the build
Yeah.
solution.
Okay. I will add it.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
yeah.
Okay. So now.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Hello.
I can hear. Salman. Okay. So this week we do work with embedded programming. So hello, can you hear me? I can see the
So first we started with the architectures, the basic architecture that he told us about architecture and non-human architecture. So about that. After that, I came to my architecture like the also the microcontroller families area. The both are based on the hardware architecture. Both are different types. Next, we need to program the. We also have the code that we done BP7, the Echo Hello board. So as I use it, I have a little bit experience in it, so I just use Arduino. And the 8944 officially onto Arduino board. Now we need to add the board definition. Okay. First, we need to add the board manager URL as a JSON link. And after that, we need to download the board 44. This is my file. Just a hello world and link. Hello.
I like it. The thing is that at the studio use GCC.
Yeah, area.
Yeah, Arduino also use GCC. So this is something that is used by both of them. But the thing is that GCC is the compiler. Uh, both Arduino and both of them use GCC itself. The difference between Arduino is Arduino has some of the libraries and some other functions and macros on top of normal C. So when we use Arduino, then Indian call the normal C in the back end. It the
Hello. Not clear. Hello. Not clear. Hello. Hello. Okay, I mentioned the AVR GCC because the AVR Academy Studio have two options: AVR GCC or assembler. So, which have hello.
yeah, I can hear. You can,
Okay. Yeah, Academy Studio have also have a assembler program. So I just mentioned that GCC. Other than the Arduino, in here we need to handle all the register by I mentioned the three basic registers here: port, DDR, and pin registers. So this is my sketch for controlling LED by using button. These are the consumer DDRA is the data direction register set as a output or set input output, like a pin mode in Arduino. Yeah. In next line DDRA. Okay.
yeah, I got it. Yeah.
I faced the same. The main difference between the Arduino and the AVIA is the uploading speed. Arduino take at most 50 seconds, but the AVR is like about 3-4 seconds to upload and to my code.
Things if you compare the file size, so text files compare which is written in AVR and the other one is AVR it will sorry, audio will take size. The text file converted from audio will be much more than conversion of.
Okay.
So it will take a lot of space. So it will take a lot of size. So compared to the other, not lot, but compared to the other.
So next I want to So I'm going to write the assembler code.
Okay, so try the scenarios and document it.
Okay, so
I think, yeah,
the basically is it.
I think you have to mention bit more about data sheet. I mean, what Neil wants is you should be able to write some program any cheap using the data sheet. So it's all about
Hello, hello, no clear.
anything I will message you.
Hello.
Yeah, I will message you. Audio is not clear.
Oh, okay, thank you. Audio. Is ending already? Hello.
Nothing. Nothing.
Thank you. Hello. Hello.
Yes. I mean, yeah, I will message you something. It's there in the
Jaco. Can you just see?
uh, nice to meet you. Send you uh, you you have document,
That's a trouble. ഇത് ക്യാൻസൽ
see the screen?
ഓക്കെ
See the screen?
okay so we use editing. I initially I started with reading editing 44 microcontroller datasheet. That's for this architecture. Initially, I used Arduino IDE to program. Uh,
So yeah, I got things. I've gone through the page. The thing is that you have to document bit more about the data sheet. How do you get this data from the data sheet? It's like it's all about how do you program using the data sheet. One Neil wants is you should be able to program any chip from the data sheet. So mention more about the data sheet. You have uh, you have used DDR data direction registries. So you have to how do you choose uh, mention some data sheet or put in from
so there's a okay, but there's a trouble in uploading code snippet. The library cannot recognize in HTML. So
sorry.
if you go to bring LED program, uh, so the so I can add.
I know just never I was saying you have to document more about what you have done. Uh, the assignment is you have to read a data sheet and get some data from the data sheet. With the data we have to program. So come here, but for the data sheet, it's like EDR is everything we get from the data sheet, right? So put some screenshot of the data sheet where port registers and data registers are right.
Okay. I will do.
Are you getting my voice? I mean, is my voice getting broken?
It's not clear, but I'm getting.
Okay.
So I also tried Odin as a programmer, but I didn't.
Odin is a programmer.
So I changed. But there's a
Sorry, I'm not hearing anything. I don't hear anything.
okay. Now I'm trying Odin as a programmer. Uh,
Yeah, tell me.
okay. Uh, but there's a troubling uploading the program yet, but I'm trying to resolve it.
So, do you use AVR Due directly from Windows? What do you use? Are you using Windows or Linux?
Yeah, I'm using Windows. AVR do Atmos Studio installed AVR do.
Okay, so you use AVR Due and Arduino trying to flash the chip, right? So you are using Arduino as a programmer, right? Are you using Arduino board as a programmer?
Yeah, I was using Odin as programmer.
Okay, okay. So you got some error.
So
I mean, did you get some error?
there's a the trouble is so I can make upload the sketch yet. So I double check connections, but it seems okay. But I can write burn the program to we are using Odino.
Okay, yeah, I got it. Anyway, document the errors, like what all the errors and what you have done.
Okay.
Also, you have to explain a bit more about the data sheet.
Okay, I will do.
Then try assembly too. Not a big program, but a much simpler program. Simple example.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, anyone else from there
No, so they will join evening.
in the evening? Okay, so if you want to document everything properly, both Trivandrum and Kochi are being called most of the weeks. So, like, I mean, during the needs review, we are selecting those and most of the days. So document everything before Wednesday. Well,
Okay, I will do to that self.
yeah.
Thank you.
Pratnya, are you there? Swans, are you there?
Yeah, yeah. Hello.
Oh my God.
Hello.
Swans,
Yes, 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 Edu.
I mean, we have few students here.
Okay.
We have few students here.
Yeah.
I mean, I have already gone through pages. You can also give some comments. Like most of the pages are not updated yet. Till
Okay.
So Akila is here. Uh, is in Pratnya there? I cannot hear anything from Pratnya.
Hello.
Hi, oh, you there?
Okay, so can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I think there is a problem with my headphone.
Okay, right now we can hear. So we have Akila here. We can go through the websites. I can share the screen. So I can
Okay.
also you can give some inputs and you can also give some comments.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah, sure.
sorry.
I and Suhas will make comments or if anything. So I think Suhas is checking the pages. So we'll start with him and I will also give my comments.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hi, Pradanya.
you can ask some. They will be there.
Okay. What I have to ask? We still haven't done assembly and group assembly. That we have to ask.
What?
What is the group assembly?
Group is trying some of the activity.
A segment done.
No.
Hello, Suhas. We can't hear you. You're mute.
Cannot come in order.
Yadu, I think we will start. So,
Yeah, I was checking actually.
yeah. So Akila is there, I think.
Yeah, I'm here, Pradanya. Hello.
Hi, hello. So yes, Akila, start telling about your this week assignment.
Okay. So this week we had to program the board that we had already made in week 7. So we had added an LED and a switch to this board, but it was not functioning yet. So we programmed so that the switch can be used to control the LED. So first so that because I'm completely new to electronics, there were a lot of new terms, and looking at the data sheet didn't make much sense for me. But slowly, when we keep hearing terms again and again, we are getting familiar with some concepts.
Okay.
So these are some basics. For example, the pins and ports in AT Tiny, and what are the usual parts in any microcontroller. Then what is a data register? What is pin? What is port? Um, then the gates that are used in coding and or not, and then the binary hexadecimal conversion table. So all these I have put in first. like basics, and then
Okay.
using C to control the LED using the switch. So I have added the .c files that I wrote. So this is the circuit design. So here you can see that LED is at PA7 and switch is in PB2. So
Mm-hmm.
my program has accordingly it refers to those two pins. So this is to burn the LED when the switch is pressed and held. So this code will do that. Uh, the video and all
Okay.
is at the top. So here you can see each program, the result of each program.
So, Akila, you added only original file, so you never explained your program.
In the screenshot, every line of the program has an explanation. The comment slash comment. That is not enough.
It's that make file, right?
No. So this screenshot that I'm showing you now,
Okay,
it,
okay, okay. Yeah.
But is it copyable or downloadable?
It's an image actually.
this is an image, and I have the .c file also. In that also the comments are there.
Okay. Okay.
So in C, I wrote a program for press and hold. So when the switch is pressed and held, the light burns, and when it's released, the light goes off. So that is one program, and another program to make a latch switch. So you tap the button once to turn on the LED, and then you tap it again to turn it off. So that is another program that I wrote. So initially when I wrote, I didn't add a delay. So then there was something called bounce effect. So sometimes the latch would work, sometimes it wouldn't because of the, I think, uh, my instructor told me that it's because of some sparks that could have um, come, come inside at like false positives, not false positive, but bounce effect. Uh, so then I added a delay of 15 millisecond, and that could counter the bounce effect. So both the videos are there in this video at the top. So this is for the press and hold switch. So when I'm pressing uh, the switches, the LED is burning. You can mute it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the latch switch. And because of the delay, when I press and hold, it's like blinking. And then this is a
Mm-hmm.
Arduino. Then I used Arduino to make a blinking LED. So these are the three programs I wrote this week.
Okay. So you tried basic C, Arduino, and
Yeah, VC and Arduino.
okay. And so have you tried code in assembly?
No, I have not yet learned how to do that. Hope to do it today or tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. No problem. So have you added a make file on this file?
Make file, may not make file, only the .c file. So I'll add the make file link also here.
Okay. Okay. If anything, I will put on the Telegram.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Suhas, if anything from your side?
It's okay. Just do group assignment also.
Yeah, we have to do that also.
Yeah.
We are actually
Okay.
not
Thank
clear
you.
about what to do. We are waiting for instructions.
Suhas, are you using Raspberry Pi? What are your plan to
Yeah,
use?
we are using actually Raspberry Pi. We have one. So yeah, I given them to students. Hello,
Yeah. Okay, fine.
hello.
So we,
Okay. So maybe they will try Python and Python with Raspberry Pi. Okay, so they will blink some LED or anything on Raspberry Pi also.
we have some of the boards. So we are thinking what to do. Like We have some Raspberry Pi and we
Okay.
have we'll in them.
Okay.
So I think someone else is coming in. Vishnu is here. So Vishnu is going to present. So
Vishnu, please start telling about your this week experience.
Okay. For this embedded programming, I use C and Arduino. In Arduino, I have done a video using a switch and lighting the LED. C, I have been programming. I started with a Blink program, and now just now I completed with that LED and switch program. I haven't uploaded. What is remaining is you to use with assembly.
Okay. So okay.
sorry, sorry.
The board is working.
Yeah, about it.
So have you uploaded the code?
Yeah, I haven't uploaded. I will upload everything in a single file after finishing with the C program.
Asking about the board, the embedded board you have designed. The LED is blinking.
The video is available.
So I think no, you not explained all the things. Means you
In the
written
data sheet.
programming C language also. Okay, but you never describe that shift register and all things. Okay, how you shifted and
I mean, the data sheet is not explained well. I mean, you have to explain the data sheet uh, from where we got all these registers and all. So, mm, uh, also this has some problem if you have lot of switches and other connected peripherals. These codes, it will directly turn on only one thing and it will turn off all other ports. So this is to be taken care.
it needs to be specific for one pin, right?
Yeah, this is to be specific for one pin only.
Yeah,
If you have some other pin, some other thing connected to the neighboring pin,
yeah,
it will turn off all of the pins and it will turn on only one pin.
yeah. Port A totally turn on and off, right?
Yeah. Here, I mean, the port A will get turned off. All the port A peripherals will get turned off, and it will turn on only one pin in the port A. This pin only. So that's the problem. So this might work if one button and one LED is connected. This will work. But if you have lot of peripherals connected to many neighboring pins, this can if I mean this can be failure. Like this can affect the other pins. That's the problem. Yeah. And this should be explained using some other operations like some left shifts and or operations. A port A cannot be directly written one left shift three. This is fine for his chip. I mean your chip right now.
Yes.
Because there is nothing connected to any of the neighboring pins. But this is not the right way to program. So what else? Next was
connected from my phone, so I will look into it. And yeah, if any comments, or I will put on the Telegram.
Anyway, the documentation is not completed. I mean, this is not complete.
Okay, so he is sharing a local screen.
No, I mean, you have to document more. I mean, this is not completely.
Oh,
This is partially done.
okay, no problem.
Yeah, it's partially done. Group assignment is also remained, and there are a lot of description is missing. Even yeah, C program is also not right. Okay.
So nothing else right for him.
Yeah, it's okay.
നിന്നെ കുറച്ച് നേരമുണ്ടോ? Thank you. നിന്നെ കുറച്ച് നേരമുണ്ടോ? Hi. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Who is
Renoy.
Abhilash?
Renoy.
Renoy. So, which languages you tried, Renoy?
I had tried C and Arduino.
C and Arduino. Okay.
I will do it in assembly also today itself. I'm going to look into it, assembly. And
So, it's
now we are ongoing. We are discussing the 8044 data sheet right now. So it's not also um, documented right now.
right.
Mhm.
So, you written program in first Arduino language, right? Okay. So,
Yeah.
doing 7 output as edited to high. So, initially your pin is high. So Arduino code is right, looks right.
Okay. I have also uploaded the video of its working.
So okay, so before writing a code, okay, you have to write some in comment format. You have to write your name,
Uh,
whether you are modified, okay,
oh,
date and all the things, okay,
okay,
before
okay,
making a file,
okay.
okay. And then so it's working, right? So that image is blurred, but it's working.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
Yes.
video. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
it's a
have
word.
uploaded the video.
Okay. Okay, so you uploaded C code, right?
Uh,
In video?
in V. Oh no, I have to do that again.
No. But is C code or Arduino code in video?
It's a C code. C code.
Okay.
Last time only I did the C code. Then that's the time when I did that video. Yeah, I will specify that.
Anything else from Yadu?
Yeah.
Actually,
From the documentation needs to include a lot of things like we have to read some data sheet, we have to explain something about the data sheet, how do we get all these registers from data sheet, from
Yeah.
where did we get something
Mm.
like that. So
Mm-hmm.
data sheet is something to be included, and uh, uh, all the codes should be explained a bit more. Also, if you're using Makefile, it's also be using some Makefile should also be explained and uploaded. But it feels like this is only 30% of the documentation part.
Mm. Hello.
your program you are reading, just link your program.
Sorry, your voice is.
So,
Hello,
yeah.
Uh,
hello.
okay.
So after finishing your datasheet reading, just link
Okay.
your datasheet with your program.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
and explain your program as per your datasheet.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Try group assignment as well. Okay, so you
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
use
yeah.
in that either with Raspberry Pi or yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay, sure. Yep.
Anyone else from
Yeah, I'm Akhil.
Ashish?
Akhil Hari. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually,
Just
I was having trouble with my board and the switch is not working properly.
okay.
I things like I mean, you know, Play and Hello Co-World programs were running fine. The
Okay.
any which is flashed, it's not working properly. I mean
Okay.
to
So
figure
it's
out.
getting error in uploading.
No, it's uploaded. It's getting uploaded, but
But
the switch is not working properly.
okay. So have you uploaded your schematic here?
Yeah, in the week 7.
Okay, week 7. It's a hello world. Okay. So it's right. The switch is connected, right?
Yeah, it's everything is. I can't figure it out yet. I mean,
I'm going through your okay. So in program you mentioned same pin.
PA3 and PA7.
Okay.
PA3 has input and PA7 has LED.
Okay. P3 and PS7. Just check once with your switch
I mean,
connectivity with multimeter.
that is also checked.
Okay.
I mean, when using Arduino, you can. I mean, that is working partially. I mean, when the switches. I mean, by default, the LED was. When the switch was pressed, it gets off, but it's not working the other way around.
I need to check your program once again.
Okay, I'll upload it. I mean, the board is working and the hello echo. I mean,
So,
echo hello program is working fine. The
so
LED blinking is
you
working.
not uploaded your program, right?
No, 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 no.
Okay, but it's difficult to see
Okay, then upload it
whether
then.
yeah, whether it's same pin or another pin or anything else.
Okay, okay.
Because hardware looks okay, but yeah, it's program maybe.
Edu was telling it was something related to using the same pin for port for output. Using. I mean, I was using port A for both input and output, and he was suggesting that to change it.
Okay, that port means okay. Just
And I'm yet to check it.
but I think it will work.
Huh? Sorry.
That pin will work, I think. Yeah, I'm going through your schematic, but maybe it will work, I think.
Okay. I will upload the programs.
Yeah, check with program also. Check with program also again,
Okay.
and yeah, try with Yadud's suggestion.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So in for this week, you never uploaded a program, then group assignment or anything.
No, this week I don't know what went wrong, so I just want to get it working and then upload.
Okay, but you have to at least put your program
Yeah, yeah,
ahead
sure, sure.
and explain.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you are getting error in uploading, but you have to mention that errors and document it.
Okay.
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 What's the problem actually? Anything from Pradnya?
No.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah,
Okay.
Hari.
Thanks.
Yeah, just talk with Yadu once again and then figure it out.
Okay. Good. Thanks.
Hello. Yeah, Abhilash.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Completed.
So have you uploaded all the things?
No, I didn't upload all the things. I just pushed it for today's review.
Okay. So I think your 2 pages are means only 2 assignments are uploaded. Project management and principle and practices, right?
Sorry.
Yeah, your
Can
your
you
two
share?
pages are uploaded only.
Can you share
I
this
think.
screen? Swas?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
I uploaded two program.
No, no, not 2 programs. You are Abhilash, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I'm
Abhilash
going.
SP. SP.
Okay,
Abhilash
okay. I'm
SP.
I'm I'm yeah, going through Abhilash Chandro. So yeah, it's a wrong page, I think. Yeah. Okay.
ഇതിന് ഷെയർ ചെയ്താൽ പറ്റൂല ഷെയർഡ് ആണ് പിന്നെ കാണാൻ പറ്റും പുള്ളി കാണാൻ
Yeah, it's okay.
സ്ക്രീൻ
Yeah, its screen is shared, but I'm attending it from mobile, so
ഓക്കെ
it's difficult to get. Okay, so that's why I'm seeing on my laptop also again.
okay okay here I only push some details because of I didn't complete it. I only pushed it for review.
Okay.
I just
So
going through
So
the data sheet.
so how do you understand with reading data sheet?
I just understand about the port of microcontroller and its uh,
Mhm.
uh, port configuration
Right.
and, the basic features. Then resetting in PB3. These are some kind of things I
Right.
get from the data sheet. I only read a few.
Okay, so your board is working?
Yes,
Have you
my
done
body is working.
programming? It's
Ah,
okay.
yes,
Okay.
I done
So and
using
you
C. Yes, yes.
yes.
I just tried the C language for using delay
Mhm.
and, also used Adreno for using the switch and connecting switch and LED.
Okay. But there are a lot of description is missing because you have
Yes.
to write more about your data sheet, what you read and all the things, and
Yes.
just link your data sheet with your program. Okay.
Okay.
So what you
Okay.
read, how you are using your shift registers and all things. Okay. How you are using
Okay.
ports and all. So there
Okay.
is no comments also in your program.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So why you are taking that port and all things. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Then
I just give
for
it
same
for
same for Arduino also.
yes. Yes.
Okay. So you have to show uploading means if you are using Arduino as a programmer again
Okay.
or Fab Tiny as a programmer, you have to show process also. Okay. So how
Okay.
you are making Arduino file into hex file means okay.
Okay. Sure.
Then group assignment is also left.
Okay.
To complete that C program all the parts and then upload it. I think C just a minute. Yadu,
Yeah.
yeah, so that C program is right or just check once.
Yes. Few of the this will work for this board, but this is not right way. Like
Yeah,
this is like if nothing is connected to any other neighboring pins, it's fine. But if
okay,
something else is connected to the neighboring pins, then
right,
it will disable all other things.
right,
So this is not the right way. This is fine for his board because he has only one LED and one button.
okay, yeah. So Abhilash,
Ah,
check
yes.
that once again. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, then yeah, it's okay. And just add all the original files. Don't
Okay.
forget it. Okay, then yeah.
Thank you. Uh, yeah. So
So
everyone is
all
over. Yeah. Over. Everyone
okay.
else.
So all
Yeah.
okay. So now discuss about actually we never